great white shark, the undisputed apex predator of the ocean. They hunt seals, they hunt sea lions, entire whale calves. These sharks are supposed to be the ultimate killing machines. So why are they fleeing in absolute panic from a dolphin? To understand why a shark would run from a dolphin, we must forget everything we know. Because we interact with them in captivity, we think they are friendly, harmless sea creatures. We view them as the golden retrievers of the ocean. Except golden retrievers don't coordinate tactical hits to cave in a stranger's rib cage. They are highly intelligent predators. Sure, they might be curious and friendly towards humans, but everything else in the ocean, they are straight up ruthless. Great whites are incredibly deadly, but they operate almost entirely on pure instinct. They see a shape, they smell blood, they attack. They don't really plan, and they definitely don't strategize with other sharks. Dolphins, on the other hand, actually think. They have massive brains. They can solve problems in real time. They understand cause and effect, and most importantly, they communicate with each other. But being smart doesn't automatically mean you can beat a shark. To actually win a fight against a mouth full of razor blades, you have to take away the shark's biggest advantage. If you look at how a great white actually hunts, you'll notice that they really only have one major trick: stealth. Great whites have a dark gray back and a white underbelly. This is called countershading. If you look down at a shark from above, its dark back blends in with the deep ocean. If you look up at a shark from below, its white belly blends in with the sunlight hitting the surface. Their entire hunting strategy revolves around lurking in the deep water, and then shooting upward to ambush their prey before the target even knows they're there. If a great white loses the element of surprise, it's probably not catching anything. And this is exactly where the dolphin completely ruins the shark's life. Dolphins have echolocation. They produce high-frequency clicks in their nasal passages and project them out into the water. These sound waves travel through the ocean, which, by the way, carries sound about 4.5 times faster than air, and bounce off objects, returning to the dolphin's lower jaw. This gives the dolphins a 3D map of everything around them, but it's actually even crazier than that. Because sharks are mostly made of water and cartilage, the dolphin sonar literally penetrates right through the shark's tissue. A dolphin can literally see a great white hiding in the murky depths. It knows exactly how big the shark is, exactly how fast it's moving, and exactly where it is, even in pitch black water. A great white can never sneak up to a dolphin, ever. The shark's absolute best weapon, the ambush, is completely neutralized before the shark even makes a move. But obviously, Just knowing a shark is there doesn't physically stop the shark from eating you. You still have to actually fight it. If a fight actually breaks out, it really doesn't look fair. The great white has teeth that look like, well, this, which means they can effortlessly slice through thick whale blubber and bone. The dolphin has teeth that look like this. They're really only good for gripping slippery fish. If a dolphin tried to bite a great white, it would be completely useless. So instead, they just use their heads. Specifically, they use their snout, which is called a rostrum. To understand why this is so effective, you have to look at how both animals are built. A great white shark is a cartilaginous fish. This means its entire skeleton is made of cartilage. Cartilage is great for a shark because it makes them lighter and allows them to be incredibly flexible. But it's terrible for literally everything else, especially when it comes to structural protection. A dolphin, however, is a mammal. And like all mammals, it has a skeleton made of solid, dense bone. The dolphin's rostrum is basically just a block of bone attached to the front of its face. It's incredibly hard, and the dolphin's neck muscles are built to absorb the shock of an impact. So, when a dolphin fights a shark, it turns itself into a battering ram. You just have solid bone colliding at high speeds with a soft underbelly. A high-speed strike to a great white's underbelly can cause massive internal bleeding, rupturing the shark's organs. A direct hit to the gills is even worse. The gills are highly sensitive and full of blood vessels. If a dolphin crushes a shark's gills, the shark literally cannot breathe. And when you live underwater, not breathing is a pretty big issue. One perfectly placed, full-speed ram from a dolphin can instantly paralyze or kill a shark. The precision is genuinely terrifying. The dolphin knows exactly where the shark is weakest. But realistically, swimming head first into the stomach of a great white is still a massive risk for a single dolphin. If the dolphin misses, or if the shark manages to turn its head in time, the dolphin is dead. Which is exactly why they never do it alone. This brings us to the absolute biggest reason great whites run away. Dolphins are almost never alone. They travel in pods, which can range from a dozen individuals to sometimes hundreds. And because they're highly intelligent, they're actively communicating in real time. They use a complex system of whistles and clicks to coordinate their movements, warn each other of danger, and organize formations. If a great white makes a mistake of going after a single dolphin, it doesn't just fight one dolphin, it has to fight all of them. Teaming is fair game in the ocean. The dolphins will quickly swarm the shark, completely surrounding it. Because they can communicate, they take turns. While one dolphin dives below to ram the shark's stomach, another dolphin will dart in from the side to hit the gills. And a third will harass the shark from above to keep it distracted. And for the great white, this is just genuinely overwhelming. A shark is built to focus on a single target, ambush it, and eat it. It physically cannot track 10 different targets that are all talking to each other and hitting it from every angle at once. The shark can't bite everything at once. Every time it turns to snap at one dolphin, another dolphin slams into its ribs. It's an overwhelming barrage of dolphin ramming. The shark has no tactical answer for this. Its only option is to try and swim away before its internal organs are completely crushed. But this raises an obvious question. What happens if the shark actually does catch a dolphin completely by itself? It's really important to ground this in reality. Because dolphins aren't somehow magical creatures that are immune to being eaten. Great whites are still massive apex predators. If a great white manages to find a lone dolphin that has been separated from its pod, the shark will absolutely kill it. Without the protection of the pod, the lone dolphin is extremely vulnerable. It still has echolocation, so it knows the shark is there, and it still has a hard rostrum. But in a one-on-one fight, the sheer size and bite radius of a great white is usually just too much to overcome. If the dolphin tries to ram, the shark only needs to get lucky once. A single bite from a great white will cause catastrophic blood loss, and the fight will be over in seconds. And dolphins know this. They're fully aware of how dangerous a great white is. This is exactly why they stay in pods, and it's exactly why their defensive attacks are so overwhelmingly aggressive. They completely understand that if they don't drive this shark away immediately, one of them is going to die. It's a matter of pure survival. So the dolphins have to win, and they have to win fast. And to make sure the shark is neutralized as quickly as possible, they actually exploit a literal glitch in the shark's biology. Sharks have a strange built-in flaw. It's called tonic immobility. For reasons that scientists still don't fully understand, if a shark is flipped upside down on its back, its brain essentially shuts off. The shark goes into a state of total paralysis. It basically just turns off. And it can stay stuck in this paralyzed state for up to 15 minutes. And somehow dolphins actually know this. When a pod of dolphins is swarming a great white, they'll actively coordinate their rams to hit the shark from the side, specifically trying to roll the massive fish completely upside down. If they manage to flip the great white, the fight is instantly over. The shark goes completely stiff and begins to sink. Because great whites need flowing water over their gills to breathe, being upside down means they literally just start to suffocate. The dolphins can just hover around the paralyzed shark and watch it drown. It's a genuinely insane tactic. The dolphins have literally learned the biological weaknesses of their predator.